Well, you know, now I'm thinking about it, I really want to do that because having the main road go over the highway is good. It reduces the options for getting that traffic to be able to U-turn. We'll have to see. In any case, I know we're going to have to bring this up in order to take it over, so we're going to have to pull it back just a little bit. Oops. With that, okay, so I want to start working on some of these Texas overpasses. I want to do that. These could be, every exit will have an overpass, effectively, that allows you to make these connections, or an underpass. It's just a very common thing you get used to driving, and every exit's going to have this kind of interaction. Let me go ahead and have a 4-lane. We're going to bring this up. I don't know how high it needs to be able to get across. It also needs to be up sort of before, because we're going to have this where it's going to go. The service road needs to go under this, and then this needs to connect to the service road, and then the service road needs to connect to the highway. The service road will come up to meet this, but I need to figure out where that point's going to be. It's going to be like right there, I think. So let's have this already up, and then it continues to the center of these two, which I think I'm going to do road length off so that I can get this at a really nice right in the middle. And then road length again, and figure out how long this was. 1390, okay. 1390 is such a random fucking number. And then from there, it goes back down to the ground. From there, you've got normal street. This is a lot longer than a Texas overpass is, but this will give me room to work. And there's a very specific way that that's going to be set up. So let's do a 2-lane, one-way. This is our overpass. So this is going to go down to the ground. Okay, it's going to continue forward at street level. Good deal. We're going to go ahead and get our highway on-ramp, which is usually after a little bit, like this is a good distance. We'd probably have the on-ramp here to get onto the highway there. So see if we can find our on-ramp here. Highway ramp, 2-way highway. Okay, we're good. Let's take this and see if it will just connect. It doesn't have to be pretty. You just got to get there. Usually there's a merge lane. There will be like a 1/4 mile of a single lane that ends to give you room to be able to merge in. With this, we're just fucking YOLO, apparently. That's going to be fine. So this service road will just continue. That looks terrible. I hate that. This is terrible. Okay. Let's pull that in. Honestly, just continue the service road down and we'll figure out our connections later. We do want this to just run parallel to the highway. We will edit this later, of course. We want this to run parallel to the highway. That's how the Texas intersections work. And that's how we're handling this. However that ends up cutting through, we're just going to have to worry about that later. I'm thinking this highway needs to get pulled down is what I wanted to do before. Get that to sort of curve this way. Give ourselves a wide berth and really just pull that instead of having it bow into town like this. Because obviously this is going to take out homes, which I don't want to do. So I think we're going to stop that there. At least just have the proof of concept here on this intersection. We need to have our one way that goes this way. How long was that ramp? How long was that ramp? We standardized them. 1220. 1220. Right there. And then from there, we're just going to have this. Just have it go. It's honestly too close to the highway is my problem with it. So I don't mind them being this close when they get here, but then there's definitely this point where it needs to go out a bit. There needs to be a decent amount of distance between them, which we are going to flip all of these roads. Obviously, they're going the wrong way, I know. And I don't know if this is going to stay routed the entire way. This is going to connect to the city, though. This street connects to the city, so it doesn't have to exit. It just has to get back into the city. This is how we interface with the highway, is by having these intersections here. It doesn't connect to the bottom here. It connects to the top. Sometimes it'll connect here, but it's really weird. And the way these work are four-way stops. These intersections are four-way stops, which is bizarre in the game. It does not like that. But this junction would be a four-way stop. In this case, a two-way stop. There are very few cases where you're going to have a two-way road come in here, and it's usually if you have two service roads that have, like in an old part of town. Let's upgrade this so that we can flip it. There we go. No! Oh, God. Okay. Well, there goes my high. Ah, fuck off. I got a little too excited there. What do we have here? Just a regular... Oh, we just flipped it. Okay, that's all we did. That's why we didn't actually change the type of road. There we go. So we've got that. Now we just need our on-ramps. This honestly probably needs to come to the right again, so I suppose we're just deleting it forehead. I think I like the 4 cells of... I like the idea that we pull this out to be about 4 cells away. You know, I think that's fair. We tried it. Well, I don't know. That's not quite fair. That's a little bit fucking far away. You know, but I think that we pull it to about right there. You know, roundabout. I think that's a good distance. That gives us enough room, I think, to be able to put in. We're just putting that for the proof of concept. It runs a little close when it needs to go onto that bridge, but otherwise, this is your service road, and this is going to work fairly well, I think. I mean, obviously, as the player of the game, I was thinking, you know, having another, you know, 4-way that doesn't have the stops going like this. I don't know. I was thinking have another connection there might work. Do junctions, not a light. It's the one stop sign right here. Sometimes you'll see these where there's only the stop for the people coming off the highway. And this is still, the service road means that we are not going to have people backing up onto the highways they try to get into town. And every time we have an on-ramp or an off-ramp here, I feel like that's a good point to merge. Yeah, see, that feels fucking wiggly, but not terrible. Doesn't feel terribly unnatural to do. I just want to check this junction here. If we do junction here, you would have a yield here. These people would yield. People coming off the highway would have right of way. These people would have to yield to people coming on the off ramp. But then they stop sign and then they're into town. And then probably right here is where we would do the just continue straight forward and then on ramp do right there. That'd be great. Let's go ahead and do it. There's a good spot. Yeah. That's fine. It isn't perfect, but that's also massive because we're going to have to do another one of these right here. But we could probably use the movement mod to squish some of this stuff together, but this is basically how it works. I kind of want to tighten this up and see if I can make an exact, like, you know, like it's going to fit within this exact amount of space. Although that's not how they really are in the real world either, but this is how they work. This is how they work. Let me check this. I want to make sure these junctions are right. We'll see. Yeah, will the game utilize it well? I think that's a fantastic question. And the one time I kind of dicked around with these, I found that they did. I found that they did. I found that the only issue I had was that we would have some traffic back up here because if people lived over here... Huh. This cemetery is decided to dump out. So is this one. Why are they emptying? Why do these cemeteries empty on their own? I didn't click that button. Hello? Is it time for another cemetery? Just to have a little bit more capacity. Okay, let's go ahead and do that because people are dying and stacking up and that's a nightmare, dude. All right, let's find a nice quiet little place to stick a cemetery. Okay. God, right there would have been... magic pixel? Hold on. I don't love it. I don't love it either. But when we get into this gridded area, I don't want to fuck with that, you know? Down here's not bad. I like the idea of a cemetery over here, though. I think this is a good spot for one. Let's do it there. I think the game will utilize it well. We'll have to see. Hopefully it's not going to be that much of a death wave. It's 7,200 people. We're still fine. I really want to tighten this up. Pull this back, I think, is the answer, so it doesn't have to come in. We just need to have this road raising sooner, but I think this will work. So I was going to say the only issue is that I've seen so far is that if somebody lives over here, I think what they're doing is they're getting off of the highway as soon as possible. Then they're like going through the city like this to get to where they live, as opposed to going through here and then getting off the highway here closer to their house. Which doesn't make sense to me because I feel like they're programmed to take the highway as long as they can, as opposed to getting off as quickly as they can. Maybe I didn't have a city that was decently laid out before. Not that I do now, but I haven't really had a chance to test it yet. We only have one entrance to the highway until this point. Now we have a second one opening up on the other side of the city, which is fine. If I'm only going to have two, I'd rather it be on the opposite ends. I'd also like to not have everyone dying. It's not that the problem is that they're dying, it's that we can't take them anywhere. But we've built... Oh, it has no electricity. Fuck. The problem is not actually solved. Hold on. We'll put that there temporarily just to get a connection. Speed 3. That's in. We should see these starting to get taken care of. Pretty good. Electricity's fine. Water could use some help. I want to put water towers up. I think water towers are cool. Like putting a water tower right over here, I think would be great. Far enough away from the pollution that we're not feeding them contaminated water. There we go. Yeah, some of these are disappearing. There we go. We'll get people in these houses. There's a massive demand for residential, which is great. We love that. We also have a lot of money, and we're making fuckloads as a result of this setup that we have here, which we obviously need to get some kind of more support for. I think we're going to have to do freight ferrying. 100%. I think there's no way that we get away from that. Because the only train we have is down here. I mean, we could bring it up, but I feel like bringing the train up just for this to then take it back. I mean, maybe they would pay for that. I think they're definitely providing enough cash to pay for that. I mean, they just handed us 20,000 bucks for no fucking reason. I'm sure we can do whatever the hell they want us to. Squishy Chicken Farms pretty much, Surprise Chicken Farms pretty much owns this city at this point. Yeah, we've got this figuring out. It seems like these are they're unloading on a sort of schedule, but it seems weird that they're emptying. Why would they need to? They should. Oh well, whatever. We need to get to the next population threshold because that's when we get cremation. I'm pretty sure. At 12,000, we have. Yeah, at 12,000, this feels like it's the last. We can let our city run indefinitely. We could leave it on 24 hours a day and just let it run. And the city would survive, because it's the only thing at this point that needs upkeep from the player. Everything else is just whatever. So we've got our overpass here. It's working. People are coming into town. They're using this instead of the other. I think we're going to increase traffic going through here. Those I think we can see happening. I think if we take this as a district and we have no heavy traffic, people will go around. Because they're trying to use this to get through, which is a nightmare. We don't want them to do that. I don't mind if cars do it, but we do not want box trucks going through here. So let's district this off, which you should have done anyway. We are going to include this half of the park in this district. We haven't made the park here yet, but we will. We're also going to keep that sort of separated there. Do that, then have this push back there. Okay, so I'm going to make a district that is, well, no, the residential did include that diamond outside the center. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I do want a district that's in the middle that is just this, our commerce square. Let's put that in there. And then we can go ahead and district this out because we know it's going to be there. We know this is going to be here. We need to name them too. This is Sebastian Quarter. This is New Oldsburg. because it's supposed to be northeast. This will be northwest. This will be southwest. So I don't know how we're going to end up, because this is SE and E. This will be NW. I don't know how that's going to happen. I like what the NW doesn't exist as a prefix in English. Like, that's just not a thing. You know, we could call it where it is NW, you know, in W, you know, estates. You know, maybe this is a neighborhood that was purchased by somebody. Maybe this is an entire subdivision that was built by a particular person and named it after themselves. Like, maybe that's a thing. Wood Park is hilarious. This is going to be SW. Maybe their brother. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to call it estates. This isn't really estates. Are those erotic bakeries? They're certainly turning me on, June. That's true. That's fair. I think this is just going to be, you know, this is going to be the SW quarter, kind of on the nose, but that's what it is. We have this one as Sebastian quarter for SE quarter. You know, New Oldsburg for the hipsters. We got Apollo Landing, which is where the ritzy boys are supposed to live if they work at Apollo Square in the offices. This is our corporate sector up here at the very top of the city. You cannot get higher than that. It is the top terrace. It's very good. We still have a lot of dead people, unfortunately, and it feels like they continue to stack up. See what happens, though. This is gonna do all right. If we did this and we turn off, let's see. What else would you guys recommend? Because I am very new to the game, so I really don't know. I'm kind of guessing. I'm also just doing what I've seen other people do. I want to do a heavy traffic ban, which means that people will not drive through here, I think is what that does. They won't drive through this district. They will drive to it, they'll drive out of it, but not through it. I can't read either, which is a problem. High ticket prices, free Wi-Fi, algae-based water. Not taxation, it's somewhere in here. Encourage bike. Oh, heavy traffic ban. Ban heavy traffic on an area. Make sure there are optional routes available. Because businesses in the city need to send or receive deliveries, no heavy transport vehicles allowed. Does not affect highways. Okay. I think that's fine. Can I make fishing industry and call it helicrab fishery? I could do that. I was thinking about having a fishery district on the other island where we're going to put all of our dissidents. Everyone who, like the Gulag, it'd be the Gulag Island. Anybody who does not like my leadership is welcome to go live in the Gulag. NIMBY? No loud noise in the night. Leisure specialized areas will close for the night. No. Old Town does what again? Only residences and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles. Ban on other motor traffic. Good. Old Town is exactly what I'm looking for. New Oldsburg is also the same, but I may have to take out this street from being New Oldsburg to do that, to make that work. Because I don't want this road to be a problem. I just don't want them to pass through it. I want them to stay on those main thoroughfares, go to them to get to other places for sure. I think, honestly, we're going to do... did we do NIMBY? No. Heavy traffic ban. Oh, God, we just had it. Old Town. Apollo Landing is going to be Old Town heavy traffic ban. These guys have commercial in them, though, which is the problem, right? Commercial's not going to be able to get there. Heavy traffic ban won't be... Heavy traffic ban isn't what I'm trying to do either. It's Old Town. So let's put Old Town in these districts. I don't want people going through them to get to the feeder roads. These guys are not going to be used as a bypass road. These guys are not going to be used as a bypass road. They're going to be used... No, this one might, actually. This one might. This one might as well. So we're going to use those strategically. I suppose this one could as well. And then I think we're just going to remove all districts from these main feeder roads real quick. I think that we just go through and clean those up. And I think that's fair. We do the small one here, and it just takes those roads out. That way these roads are not considered for the Old Town thing, so that you're allowed to use these roads for any traffic. That's what they're there for. But these other roads that are inside the district, nope, Go fuck yourself if you're going to try and use it for anything other than pleasing me. There we go. I have to be so careful here because I love that it's magnetic, but it doesn't always magnetize the way that I want it to. I see some traffic issues, predictably. I don't know if this is actually how this works. I have a lot of questions about the district system. But you know what? It seems to be working so far. And if we have traffic issues where people just can't get where they need to go, then we'll take a look at these policies again. But if this is how they work, then I think that the way I'm doing this is exactly how this should be done. I can't think of a better way. I do like the districts sort of bridging each other, being right next to each other and nudging up against each other and cuddling and all that. I think it's fucking adorable, but I also think we need to be very honest with ourselves about the fact that these roads are not meant to be included in any one district. They are the line between the districts. And I want these roads to be sanctified by the state, not owned by any district that thinks it knows better. It's also going to clean up these lines on the districts so nicely. Like, this is just going to be beautiful. We've designed our, we've outlined our districts by these roads as well. We've used these as the borders. So it makes perfect sense that we would have everything inside that line become part of the district. Everything outside that line can go fuck itself, you know? Not really any in between there. I think that just ends up being super cute. But you know me. When I play video games, that's what I'm looking for, dude. I want it to be super cute. And really, I want to take my time with the city. I'm not trying to go in a rush. I think I've gone very quickly recently trying to get some of the sort of the needs of the city taken care of. And neglected to go through and do more of this sort of painterly style that we've been doing. But there has been a lot of upkeep and infrastructure that's been needed. We've been trying to push for population goals when we really kind of needed to expand rapidly. But I think we're definitely to a point where we can slow back down again. The only issue is that we do have the death time bomb ticking. People dying and filling up the cemeteries, and there are only so many cemeteries that I ultimately want to have. And then anything past that is obviously going to be a fucking nightmare. You can also get rid of the park designation on this road as well and have it be the other side of this road. I don't want there to be any districting over these roads. It's so clean, isn't it? This is why I was being nasty and dirty and naughty earlier. It's because I knew eventually I'd come back and clean this stuff up. I didn't know when, but I knew I'd do it. I didn't want to go ahead and clean stuff up and they'd be like, oh yeah, no, we're going to make some big changes to these roads. And they'd be like, oh, guess what we get to do again, chat? There's certain processes you don't want to have to do twice. This is one of them. Now that I feel pretty confidently in where these lines are, you know, these major feeder roads are, I feel pretty confident about where they are. I don't feel the need to protect the potential of us moving them again later. I feel like now, especially that we got this figured out, they're probably not moving again. Oh. Man. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Hold on. Don't worry. No panic. Listen, I feel you panicking, Chad. I feel it. Don't fucking do it. This is where I tell you to trust. You have to trust. I know it's still not perfect. I see you on YouTube. Believe me, I know. I see your comment before you've even fucking typed it out. Don't you worry. I want to get Apollo Square perfectly set up here. And then I want it to expand down here and then stop. I'll probably have this connect in. Hawthorne Heights, I think, is going to swallow Apollo's Landing. I don't see any functional difference between these two, and I don't think that this as a landing makes any difference. Let's have it be Apollo Heights. I'm probably going to make this entire area a merger of the two. First name here, last one. Apollo Heights. This will be Apollo Square. So let's actually just have Apollo Landing. Probably the other way around, because that would just make a lot more sense. We'll see it there. So good. Yeah, I know. I'm with you, June. I was saying that earlier. That I would love to have a city where we have... We're just going to make this work, man. I want to have a city where we use canals. Like just a lot of canals. Okay. We're going to just have that connecting. Come on over. Once we do the cleanup, this whole area is just going to be fucking gorgeous. I'm going to go ahead and fill this in up here because once we clean this line as well, it's going to be great. I feel like Apollo Square could carve itself out of Hawthorne Heights. I think Hawthorne Heights is going to end up doing this. Not even Hawthorne Heights. I think the Apollo Heights are going to be up here, and then we're going to have Apollo Square carve itself out by following this edge. And then just doing this. But I want it to be clean, so I'm going to like push it really close to the road. And then have the Apollo Square really, really, really carve itself out. So let's go through here and clean up this road again. We'll use the service roads of the highway to further define these districts. Ain't it just fucking beautiful, dude? The answer is yes, by the way, if you didn't know. Okay, Apollo Square, it's time. Let's give you your proper fielding, which this may need to increase as we actually expand Apollo Square out. But we've got that there. You're going to be renamed into Apollo Heights. I can't decide if I want fucking meme names or if I want to like actually roleplay this city, you know? I can never decide. I think a little bit of both is good. If you can ride that balance, you'll be in a good spot. Let's go speed 3. Almost $1 million. Several people dying. It happens. As long as the news doesn't hear about it, I think we're going to be okay. I see the notifications disappearing. That's good. That's good. We have some abandoned housing. However, we have a massive demand for housing. I call that an opportunity for new business. We are creating revenue in the real estate business. By allowing old residents to die, we have to sell their house. Honestly, I think I've just unlocked the next greatest building technique that we're going to be using. I want to make that park next. I also want to clean up this park designation as well. Not for any reason other than when I click this button, I want to go, oh, yeah. You know? Oh, it's just so good. It's just so good. That's just so nice. Look at that. It's so fucking clean. The districts are relatively equally sized, you know, close enough. Oh. We've got almost the Windows logo for this downtown. The old 90s Windows logo. Oh, I think it just looks good. Once we get the park designation figured out as well, that could be great. I need to figure out like exactly the center of the river and then trace that. So why are we still having problems with our death care? Probably we just ran out of trucks. Can you stop emptying? No, it is. Okay, it's empty. It's working normally now. So hopefully it will start getting its hearses in here. I don't know where it's emptying to. I will say I'm a bit confused about that. Maybe they're just going in the river. Would not be surprised. But this is going to be our Gulag Island. This is going to be where our fishing industry is. We were going to put it here initially, but I think we're just going to put it over here. This is also where our freight harbor is going to go, and I think we're going to have it pick up stuff from over here from Surprise Chicken Farms and then sail it out to the Pacific or wherever the fuck that goes. This really does look like an Ozark region. You know, it looks like it's going to be central northern America along the Mississippi, but closer toward the southern end where it starts to taper out and we get a bunch of deltas and meandering. This almost looks like it's Missouri, you know, just around and above Louisiana. You know, if it were America. I don't think it is, though. I don't think this is modeled after a particular place, but if it was, I think we'd be in good shape there for having an idea where this is going. Out to the Gulf, the poop bowl of America. There we go. Okay, this is actually getting taken care of now. This is just a very far place in the city from any of our death care. You're emptying again, you fucker. Okay. They'll catch up on it, honestly. Listen, let's just check Twitter. Love that there are less cars. See? Nope. No problems. You check one tweet. If that one tweet is a problem, you deal with it. If that one tweet is not a problem, you ignore it.
And we won't have any problems.
Twitter will tell me when there are problems. Yeah, thank you for the free public transportation. You are welcome. You are welcome. Look at this one too. Less cars on the street. We love that one. Thank you for the free public transportation again. Love that there are less cars on the street. We love it. Who should I call if no one should... Oh, I didn't know electric cars were as fast as they are. Fantastic. Our transportation initiatives are working flawlessly. Flawlessly. We've even fixed most of the dead. In fact, I don't see any dead people. Fucking where? I just see real estate opportunities in this city. That's all. I think we're doing a great job. We need to add like 5,000 people. I think that if we do just a quick water intake, I'm going to do some water towers because I think that they're really cute. I mean, like, this seems like a great place to do a water tower. And then just another one right there. Look at that. You know how much water that's going to bring in? Excellent. Unless that pollutes. Hold on. It wouldn't pollute because it draws up. Noise pollution, yes, but there's no pollution over here. The pollution is over there, and it kind of goes into, like, maybe right there. This is a great place to draw water. I don't like how symmetrical it is. This is kind of too symmetrical. Kind of like the idea of there being one over here, maybe one by this house. That would make sense. Fuck it, we're moving them. We're moving them. I love the idea that these guys have a water tower out behind their barn. Like, that makes sense. Maybe behind this shed. Maybe by these trees. Like, that's a good little scenic spot for it. Let's put this one over here by the church, you know? I'd put a water tower out by a church. There's a lot of things I'd put out by a church. These fuckers don't pay taxes. They don't get a choice. Representation, but not taxation. Not in my fucking town. There we go. See, those are much better positions. You know, symmetry is the opposite of beauty in some cases. This is definitely one of those cases. So this is Old Town. I'm hoping that I don't see through traffic here anymore. And yeah, you can see that a lot of the traffic has been pushed onto these roads, which is great. Stop being on fire, you fucker. Don't do that. Oh no. Do I even have a thing out here? I do. It's right there. Hold on. This is my fire station. It's a clinic. It's fine. It got taken care of. It's not burning down today. Someone burnt their fucking popcorn, dude. I hate that there are only like 2 assets in here. I feel like I'm missing out on something. I feel like I should have more and taller. We have a lot of the same 2 or 3 types of buildings in there. Houses upgrading, that's fantastic. But fucking more dead people, stop. At a food market. It got RimWorld in here real fast. Also, we're already up to like $900,000. That's insane. This is producing so much. That's it's incredible our income all of a sudden just building out. Who knew that 10 flour mills would be crazy good for cash? Here's the thing, though. I want to get to full-on bakeries. I don't know if I'm able to yet. No. This is a slaughterhouse, large grain silo, large animal pasture, farm maintenance building we don't have access to yet, cattle shed. This is our flour mill. This is a large barn. It's possible that it's in unique factories. Bakery. Oh, but this takes a few things and turns it into goods. Bakery produces tasty go-nuts donuts. It takes care of the curves of your citizens. Oh, hell yeah, dude. It's a fucking brothel. And a donut shop. That's a business model right there. The bakery requires animal products, crops, and flour, special goods, to produce its tasty pastries. Unique factories. Okay, well, that's fair. A lemonade factory is glass and crops. Well, I was hoping that we'd have something that would take just the flour. You know, bread would be good. Steel plant. Household plastic factory. Toy factory. Printing press. None of this stuff needs flour. Electronics. Clothing factory. Petroleum refinery. What? Soft paper factory. Car factory. Food factory. You know what food factory might be. Animal products, flour, paper, and plastic. Oh, shit. Sneaker factory. Modular house factory. Whoa. Well, that's cool. A shipyard. could make our own ships. I think that aesthetically I'd like to do that. Get a little bit of each of these. The only problem is that the oil will run out. I have a problem with that. I don't want to build the city on unsustainable principles like capitalism. You know, we want to do stuff like, I don't know. So I suppose we are just going to be permanently selling flour. That's what's being done out here. So this is kind of the agriculture that I want to do. I suppose I should put in some actual like cattle areas over here, but I want to maybe space this out a bit more. Have clusters of 4. Clusters of 5 probably makes the most sense though, because it is 10. Let me take a look at this and see what our throughput is. We're producing 41 tons. We are sending... Interesting. So 43 tons is going here and being output immediately. That's not bad. Look how much we've output as well. The excess then goes and is sold here. We don't have a lot of workers, but that's okay. Yeah, flour power for sure is how we're getting through this. Yeah, these houses are not getting... these might be... Oh, you know what? These might be commercials. Yeah, these are abandoned commercial buildings. I see. We just have such a demand for residential that these aren't getting fixed anymore. I wish it would just demolish abandoned buildings automatically. That would be nice. Shall we build our high-stakes residential? We've got water availability. We need some sewage treatment. Probably, you know what? I think the next place we build is Gulag Island. Let's go ahead and district it. Just so they know what's up. I know what's up. But they need to know what's up. It's going to include the wetlands down there for now. We may change it if we get a second identity, if we get that second island down there being something different. For now, this is how it's going to work. There's a mod that allows for automatically deleting abandoned buildings. Awesome, dude. Let's take a look at Gulag. Maybe the Gulagi Islands? Maybe we need to make it, you know... They don't know it's the Gulag, but it is. We could call this, you know... you know, Happy Citizen Island or something like that. Tenerife? Okay, you got it. Tenerife. Named by June. Using some channel points there. We'll take it. If I'm not sure of a name, absolutely get in there and dive in. Let's go ahead and get our main collector going through here. It's going to be connected to this guy, of course. Let's have a straight bit through here, and then we'll work on... Oh, I guess we're curving now. No, I want a straight road through about there. I also want to pull in a straight road right about here. I don't mind if we end up, you know, getting this out and then curving it down. I just want to make sure that we have a little bit of a straight road. I do like the idea that the road that's going to run along this area is, and I really don't mind it being straight. We want to get it to a nice curve, to an area that we can just pull a nice straight line through. The straight lines are easy to build our grid on as we need to. But then these curves allow us to really, really mess with making sure that we have met the strangeness of the terrain as it may come. Yeah, straight line right there is great. And then we want to start looking at how we're going to turn this. This is very expensive, but we're also very rich, so I'm not concerned. Let's see if we can get this a nice little straight section here. This goes down to the lowlands. Like, we're dealing with some major altitude changes here. But I don't hate that. I really think that we're going to try and get it kind of up again to here, and then we're going to work on connecting it there. I think that's a decent connection. If we can get that to just connect nicely. Yeah, that's great. This ends up being our major round the city transit, if you will. I think that having a connection that maybe goes out like this and then comes down would be good. Maybe one that then goes up the center of the city. And there probably, it would make a lot of sense to me to do something like this. Then connects up like that. Because then we can go ahead and do a couple of those. I almost wonder if this is the place to do it. No, I definitely think this comes down a lot nicer. I think that's good. Just a nice, subtle bifurcation of the entire island. And really just let this be, you know, about straight. I really want that to come out the middle there. I don't mind how close that is. You know, this doesn't have to be a nice place. There's also no reason that we can't have this do an S-bend. Down to about right there. I think that ends up being pretty good. And then I feel like that's fine. It gives us really good, strong connectivity there, and then we have 4 main real districts going on here for how we want to manage this. I think that ends up working fairly well. I think we're going to end up terracing. I'm not sure how much we want to terrace. I think I like the idea of this area being ugly. This is not meant for, this is not where the nice people live. Like, we're going to build some high density residential around here. High density commercial right around here. Like, we want this section to look like it's a normal connection to a real city. And then this is the seedy backwoods area. Low density, low value, low land value. People are not really happy here. They're not meant to be. This is a re-education camp. This is just to tease them. This whole little section right here is just to tease them of what it could be like to live in the rest of the city where most of your businesses are abandoned and the debt are piling up. But otherwise, it's fine. Definitely want to get some more high-density residential throughout the city. This entire section is going to basically be high-density residential. But we'll probably get some low-density commercial in there. I think just to square it off in a couple areas. I think there'd be a couple sections that would be nice. I'm going to put in the park areas before we start actually designating anything, too, to raise the land value. High land value, low education is exactly how I like my people. Willing to pay more in taxes every year because of the land value, but not smart enough to know how to overthrow me. It's ideal. The Riverwalk Park hitting tier 3 is super nice. I definitely want to get some gazebo action in there soon. I'd like to put some gazebos up in the nature reserve as well, which is lagging behind. It's not that far away. It'll get there. It just takes time. Having this set up, though, I think is really important just to allow us to, as we want to expand our fishing industry, we'll have a place to be able to plug it in. I want to put all of my nasty, dirty things that have to exist in a city down here, like water treatment. I want to do water treatment down here, move all that stuff down here. I want to move recycling down here. This is not the nice place to go. This is where shit gets done. I'm wondering if this doesn't end up being a nice place, but this is where all those municipalities go because it's closest to the main feeder road, and I'm suddenly seeing a connection there potentially. Do we dare add another bridge? We dare add another bridge. Does this end up then bridging down to this and then maybe up there? Does this connect here? Do we edit this road so that it connects into this? Because we could just delete these two and have this bridge come across. That's such a large area to bridge across. This is a nice close crossing. That's an even closer crossing. These two bridges feel so close to each other though. It would make sense to have that additional connection. Then again, I like the idea that we could blow that bridge up and they're all stuck here. That's what we're doing. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some regular roads through here. We're not going to have that continue. I like having these connectors be... Oh, there we go. Oh, beautiful. I love these roads being kind of isolated. I don't want them to be a four-way with one of them being just this weirdo small road. We're going to have this probably be... Hear me out. Because we can put some municipalities in here, some utilities as well. Why did I build the tram road? Stop that. The fuck is wrong with you? Perfect. Yeah, because then we could probably have this be sort of an inner ring that does connect. I mean, this will be not gridded out, but it will have all the trappings of an area that is gridded out. We're just going to have these multiple lanes, and I'm really not making this very nice. I do want this to be an ugly part of town, like deliberately. I suppose that's what we're doing there. Okay, and then I like the idea that this comes in and connects to that, and then that's sufficient. This then gets done. You know, there really isn't a problem with this going all the way down. I just really wanted there to be a road across here. This ends up being really weirdo. Let's go ahead and do a straight line here that connects up there. It's kind of arbitrary, and that's okay. I think arbitrary is not always a problem. I still like the idea of there being this little separate road down here, but I'm not going to worry about it. Getting that in there, I feel, would be good, because then we can go ahead and get this connected up here, and then it feels like it was on purpose. Because we kind of need that. I'm wondering if we try and get an S-bin to do that there. Basically merge those two connections. I don't hate that. Definitely feels like this would want to connect up that way, but it's fine. It's okay. Again, it's not meant to be pretty. This is where we're going to be able to move now and say, hey, by the way, reduce pollution initiative. By that I mean we're going to just move the pollution over to this other area where I do not care that it is polluting. Its only function is to make me more money by making my people happier, because they don't have to see the problem anymore. I think that says a lot, you know? That we came together and solved the problem by moving it somewhere that we didn't have to think about it anymore. Let's get that third one there. We may add more. Okay, we've got this police station that can stay, polluting as it is. Let's see, post office. We can now move the water treatment plant over here. This is going to be something we have to fix before we can really... I want to add just a couple of these. I know I've got one. There should be a second one somewhere. I'm not sure where. Maybe that was it. Hold on. There's no way I only had one of those, though. Are you sure? I really only had one of those. Huh. Let's go ahead and move the coal power plants, too, because, I mean, that's what they're out here for. It's water treatment, not water acquisition. It doesn't have to be nice. We just want to get these fuckers in a place where they're going to be able to keep us getting electric power, which, honestly, we could decommission these. Add some more geothermal and decommission those. I think eventually that's going to be the goal. Police station. And then there are no more polluting facilities over here at all. They should just recover. This industry can go. We don't want that industrial. Remember at the very beginning of the game, we told them that they would be on a temporary contract and eventually we would revoke that contract. We can now just build residential through here. So we've got access to a little bit more residential, which is nice. They knew what was going to happen to them. We could make a hydro plant. I'm really tempted to make a hydroelectric dam through here, then through there as well, and then just flood our university grounds. But up here as well would be a good spot. Getting one there, then maybe right here as well. I just don't know how that's going to address the, you know, change the water level. This seems like a perfect place to put hydro dam. Right through there, you know? That seems like it'd be great power. We could honestly put one through here. That would probably make more sense to have one that goes across like this. Put one there, put one here. Oh no, what is happening? Are these, is this drawing up polluted water? Is that what's happening? Is one of these drawing up polluted water? I was worried about this. Let me see if, what garbage, where's pollution? Which one, is it you? Probably because they have sewage backing up. We don't have a tainted water line there. This is not tainted. The intake is clean. The only pollution we have is going to be over here. These guys just don't... we just didn't connect our city services, and then I unpaused. That's why things are fucked. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn all this off and get our water connection back up. Hopefully that doesn't mean our people are about to die. Forehead. That would be sad. So that's connected. Don't know why the water line isn't turning on. Hello? What? Why can I not see where the power lines are? We're going to go ahead and just do that. Connect it to the main road. Connect that through there. Let's just get a couple redundant connections. There we go. Okay, so then let's also have a line that comes through here just to connect everything. Let's have a line that goes through there. And that will go across and connect to this. There we go. There we go. This comes down now. I think this one I did already. Yeah. Okay. So that should be fine. We might need a connection to go through there just to cover these guys, but I'm optimistic. Let's see if I can see water coverage. There we go. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we do need a connection right there, though. Didn't anticipate that, but here we are. Let's get it redundant going through there. Should be fine. Let's get this actually connected, directly connected to the power line, to the water line. You know, we might as well have this that ends up being the service pipe, if you will, to these. Because I want to put another water treatment facility down. Just like that. Now we have two of them. Let's see if that fixes everything. Hopefully... Okay, thank Christ. That should be good. Okay, that should be plenty well fixed. And this land should be unpolluting over time. Hopefully. And then becoming a nice place to live again. There's nothing in here that should be producing any pollution. I can't imagine that we have any more industrial through here. I think that it was the last vestige was right over there, and then it's gone now. We'll see. So all these abandoned buildings right now are commercial. So we don't have enough workers, but we're working on that now by expanding again. Our money went way down there for a second as people were not paying their taxes because we made them unhappy. But you know what? They'll have to deal with it. That's just life in a big city. Shit goes wrong sometimes. This road really doesn't go to anything else. I'm pretty sure we're going to want a second route through here unless we have a lot of local residential. But it's good that we have these set up again. I don't mind if these are ugly and terracing themselves. I think that we're gonna add rocks and stuff that's gonna hide that. I'm totally fine with how that is ending up. This all feels very good. I mean, we've just made 10,000 bucks there. We're about to cross over $1 million for the first time. I think we do have a successful solution to the traffic issue that we were dealing with before. The light seems to be working very well for this. That's all parking, not traffic, so that's good. Once we upgrade this to be a tram trolley bus, we won't have the beautiful tree-lined streets that I love. But it will still be functional. We still are emptying these guys out, and I see plenty of issue going on in the rest of the city. This thing is almost halfway full already. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we kind of need to push for the next population level. I think it's going to be not an option for very long. Let's go ahead and just zone a lot of this as our high density residential and go there as best we can. Let's just fill it in, y'all. Fill it in. These are designed specifically to just be extremely dense residential. That's what this entire quadrant of this section was for. Everything there is just meant to be high density residential, nothing else. Here's where we might start working around with maybe putting in a tiny suburb over here. I definitely like that idea. We're going to cut some of this out and turn it into commercial as well. Just some low density commercial just to have it. Just to have some. But I want to get this marked down. We're probably going to still do some more high density on the edge of that area. Oh, definitely not on these, sorry. I could come back in and just cut those out later. Let's just for now get the thing filled in, and then we'll come back and clean up later. Clean up would be easier than trying to do all of this neatly from the beginning. Ironically, usually that's the opposite way around. Let's try this. Because I don't want houses on the main road here. It's not what that space is for. There we go. See if we got any of those spaces in there. And then let's think about some areas that we want some low density commercial. This is a great block for that. That's a beautiful little spot to put some in there. I like the idea of a little bit of commercial. I want this to be high density too. High density, this can be low density. I love the idea of high density through here. Yeah, that's all great. Let's do that. I really want to blow out the density here. That's good. That's perfect. Maybe let's go ahead and use this to knock that back a bit. And then put that in there and then get rid of all of it again. Get rid of you. Fill that little corner in there. Probably could just use the paint bucket tool, which is what I was doing before, and it worked out well. Tenerife will be a good only tourism place, so you invite people to visit your city and then you don't let them leave. That's great! What a great idea. Do you happen to need a job? You could be the Minister of Tourism if you'd like that. Please say yes. Okay, let's also think about where we're going to put some parks in here to up the property value, and if we're going to educate, then how much, then implement that. We need to think about the life cycle of these people and how they're going to contribute to the city. So going to be low density residential to kind of round it out. I do like the idea of a little bit of, right here in the corner is just a beautiful little spot. To add some of that commercial in. There we go. Just right there, just a little bit. I think those two little spots right there make sense for some low density commercial. High density commercial could work through here if we were to do that. Let's do that right in the middle. Just give them something to go shopping down, you know, sort of a downtown area for themselves on. Okay. I think that's fair. I'm not really deciding what to do with this inner ring yet. We've got it for some low density residential over there, and I don't think it'd be an awful reason to have high density residential along this. I think that's good. Let's go ahead and up our property value now by putting in some parks. A basketball court makes sense, for me at least. I like that idea. Let's put this right there is great, just right there on the corner. Let's maybe think about a tennis court. You know, we want to give them enough amenities that they don't realize how horribly oppressed they are. The sooner that they realize how awful life actually is here, the sooner I've got to start making some hard decisions about whether I'm going to continue to live here myself. Because it's going to be hard when you've got fucking pitchforks outside your bedroom every night. So let's try to avoid that potential future. Put a tennis court there so you can knock your ball into the river. I think that's a great option. As somebody who's played tennis before, there's nothing better than having to go pick up the ball that you sent flying into fucking Netherlands. Okay, let's put that there. It's also going to improve their values even further. I definitely think having another one of these guys would be nice. That's a good spot for it. Right next to the other source of revenue and recreation, which is the graveyard. I'm going to go ahead and put one of these guys up here. I think it's great to just right at the end. I think we could put a couple of these in here, and I like the idea of putting down a tropical garden. Really? I don't know about that. Do I really feel that way? Another botanic garden right here would make a lot of sense to me. I'm going to use the Move It mod to nudge it over, though. So it's actually middle of the street there. Okay. Honestly, I think that's going to be enough. Though, yeah, we need to look at actual services now. A police station down here I think would be necessary. Let's put it next to the gardens. Or not. Let's put it maybe down here. It's a good spot. Right there. It's a little bit far from the others. Why are these views not popping up? That's fine. I turned it off. Forehead. I like the idea of there being an actual hospital. We do not have a proper hospital in the city. I think sacrificing one of these block areas right there, I think would be perfect. Get a hospital down. Child care. We have access to a little bit of it. Basically, every neighborhood gets a child care center. Let's do this one right behind the hospital. Let's do elder care because we want to at least pretend that we do. Put this guy right there is fantastic. We don't need another graveyard, but it is tempting. A sauna? No. Helicopter depot. 2,400 for a gym. You're insane. There's a hospital. We did this hospital, didn't we? I like that hospital better. Okay, so we got all those in there. As far as fire is concerned, I know that we're having some trouble there as far as getting everything covered. Let's make sure that we have a fire station down here. We'll do a modern one. Doesn't have to be too important, though. You don't want to be the firemen down here. We're also going to put it by the water treatment plant because I feel like that's a better place to put that. Hey, Toshiba 0300. How you doing, dude? Enjoy the emotes. By the way, if anyone's like, oh, shit, those are literally the best emotes on Twitch. One, correct. Well done. Second, you also have the ability to just buy lurking and chat, get your channel points. I made unlocking my emotes as cheap as possible. Literally want them to be free. For you and everyone else on Twitch, feel free to use them as much as you like. We're getting follower emotes updated as well. So good to see you guys in chat. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. We're nearing the end of a girthy stream. Been alive now for, well, that too. Been live for about 7 hours. Usually in the stream about 4 or 5 these days. Professional voice actor by day, streamer and e-boy by night. It's a pretty good gig, honestly. I like the idea of having a university that's over here. I really like the idea of one university taking up that whole island. It just feels nice. Let's do... I feel like I want to give these guys... Because we're going to have a massive slum. This may be our massive slum. High-density residential down that main area. Like, this whole area is high-density residential. Low-density residential. Or the other way around. And then that provides all the shitty workers that we need. I definitely think we're going to end up either bridging or having a ferry that just goes across here every day so they can ride the ferry to work. We need all of our poor people to be able to get in here, and having a direct connection from that to that would make a big opportunity for our residents to be able to get to work and then go straight home without passing go or collect 200. I might even put a toll road on it just so I can maximize the dystopian vibes that we're going for here. I mean, this is the Go Utopia. It's a utopia for me because I'm on top. Everyone else, though, fucking miserable. And that's okay. They don't know that, though. They think they're happy because they're distracted from their misery, which I think is important to have. What is this, by the way? It's a university. I don't want to start putting down higher education yet. I like the idea of this being a city. Do we want to get a high school in here? We've got 2 high schools. I think having another high school over here could be cool. God, it just almost fits. Magic Pixel, you saw it. Hold on, it's probably gonna... Yeah, Magic Pixel will work there. I'm doing it. We're gonna go full on high school over here. Let's go for... Not a university. So we need a elementary school. I feel like the elementary school should be going probably right by the high school. Not exactly, though. Not by the graveyard, either. I feel like near a park is good. This by a hospital, I would not want to put an elementary school by a hospital. Or by a tennis court, I think might have been better by the high school, actually. By the Botanic Gardens? Oh, what a ritzy fucking school these guys would be going to. Cute little plaza there. What do you guys think? How do I make money in the game? I am very new to the game, so I've got no fucking clue. Here's what I've done so far. Build a lot of residential. Okay, so here's how I understand the finances to work. Now, I'm using some mods, so take everything I'm about to tell you with a very large grain of salt. Yeah, taxes from residents and taxes from business. Taxes basically from just having buildings. So here's your bread and butter, right? This chart here. You've got how much you are spending on services, and then you have population. So your services are going to have like a certain flat fee. You're going to have a service. You put in some water intake. That's going to put your services amount to right there. You then have garbage collection. You then have the addition of electricity. So you are using this much money. It's going to cost you this much money in your upkeep to provide for your population. If you then only have like this population right here, you know, you can support up to this amount, but you've got this much population, you're paying for services that you're not utilizing. So the idea is you should try and get the most out of your utilities by increasing your population up to that point. Your population caps out, you increase your utilities, and then you want your population to go up again. That ends up being where you are making money, you are not making money. That's how I understand it. I don't know if that even helps you, but that's how I understand. Try and make the most of the utilities you have. Here are a couple things you can do that I know that will help you make money. And I've been told that 12 is a magic number for your taxes across everything, every sector. That's how you can handle that. If you have utilities but you're not using them, you can reduce them by 50% for day and night. This will reduce how much they're outputting, but it'll also reduce their cost by the same amount. Likewise, if you're not ready to purchase the next building, if you need more electricity but you can't afford the next thing to give you more, you can up the budget to get up to 50% more than you're currently using. This is your wiggle room. This is where you can make those, you can line up your budget in any way that you need to. This is where your budget gets balanced. For me, I'm just letting it rip because I know that we're going to make a lot of money. If you have the Industries DLC, then you're able to do this and be able to pump out just fuckloads of cash constantly, which is what we're doing. So, but even regardless of that, we did have, okay, even before that, we had pretty good income this whole time. Why do we have a lot of people dying just over here specifically? Can you not? Please. Die somewhere that is far more convenient for me. Yeah, these houses are going to get upgraded again. Even more upgrades. This is fantastic. Yeah, this guy's getting upgraded now. I think he actually got shorter. Some of these are upgrading and getting shorter. Oh, look at... Oh, I fucking love the upgrades. Oh, look at that. That's nice. A big girthy building. Big thick boy. That's what we're looking for. Oh, dude. If anyone in the audience is like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this game, welcome to the team. I don't either. But you want to know where I got my basics figured out? I won't say down, but where I got them figured out was City Planner Plays on YouTube. I originally started watching him for background noise because he has a really awesome voice and his presentation style is super mellow, and Bob Ross of City Skylines is what they call him, and they're not wrong. I was just watching him play, and then I was like, fuck, now I want to play. And then I started playing, and I'm like, well, shit, this looks like this could be good content. We might as well stream it, and here we are. It's what we're doing, dude. We get done with Final Fantasy and we're looking for something else to play for the night. Well, this is it. At least for the time being. It's going to be a while until we trade out anything else. Look at that little chunk of high-density residential. It's going to get even chunkier over here, man. I'm telling you. We may be a little bit sparse with our land, you know, our property value, but I'm hoping that will improve. Everything I know I learned from City Planners Plays and then just suffering and figuring it out myself. But we really need a population boom because I want to get cremation online. I'm tired of these stupid dead bodies being so inconsiderate as to die in a place where I can't get to them immediately. A lot of people are going to be out of a job if you can't figure this body problem out. There is a creek right over there. Just do something with it, you know? Bury it in a garden. We got plenty of those things. There we go. They are getting taken care of. It's just taking a lot of effort to do it. We have really pushed a lot of our traffic onto the feeder roads here as opposed to going through the neighborhoods. We're going to see how that pans out in the long run. This is concerning. This is very concerning, but this is what a downtown area would look like. This is because of the trolley bus stopping right there, which I said I wanted to not do. So let's fix that now. 200 people a week riding this right now, which is very, very nice. If I can grab, I don't think I have to go in this menu. I just need to grab this and grab this guy. But we're going to put it over there. It's going to be a lot easier for them to not block as much traffic if the trolley bus is stopping here. Let's just see how that plays out. Bus lanes would make sense, but you can't do bus lanes and trolley buses. Yeah, the cars are able to get past a lot easier now until they back up like this. This is the problem. I may have too many trolley buses. Yeah, this is a nightmare. As soon as the buses get out of the fucking way, they're able to move. Having two intersections so close is also a nightmare. I'm wondering if I cut that off, if that works better. I'm thinking it does. I'm thinking getting rid of Catherine Street entrance there. Days past in game, 466,502 for you, Carzy. What the hell? You have 32 days, 17 hours, and 52 minutes in game. Whoa, that is a lot. Yo, surprise chicken farms are blowing it out of the water, dude. Clothing factory, farm maintenance building, which we're going to put a few of those down. A large barn, which we don't care, and a slaughterhouse, which we're not working on right now. Not worried about it. We have more people riding the trolley bus, the one trolley bus route around here, than we do all of the other buses combined. We need to get more bus lines. That's what needs to happen. That's the answer here. Let's unpause here. We're not going to actually do anything with this, but it is a 4-star surprise chicken farm, which is great. Mico SC in chat, dude. Make it happen. Oh, this is just, man, it's just cropping up overnight, I'm telling you. We have some low power issues. Oh, yeah, not surprised. I wanted to add some more. Hold on. I wanted to add, let's take a look at Hydroelectric Dam. I wanted to do this a minute ago. I like the idea of it being right here where it kind of gets dense. A little bit close. I don't know exactly how this works. Oh, I see. Oh, that looks nice. What do y'all think? Players who have, people who know this game better than I do, what do you think about that? How is right there going to do? I feel like that's going to be fine. Surprised it's a chicken farm and not a cock farm? Who said it's not? Who said it's just not strategic branding? I don't see any reason that wouldn't work. I'm just afraid of putting it down and deciding that we wished it was somewhere else later. I think putting a tiny dam there, putting a tiny dam there, and a tiny dam there would be really cute. Honestly, I'm tempted. Estimated production 32 watts. Let's take a look at this. If we were to put one here as well. 80 watts! Megawatts, but still. Put this here for up to 160 there. Not bad. It should be put where you get the most watts. I suppose that's fair. I didn't even consider that it was giving me a suggested amount there. That looks like a great connection. 304 megawatts there. What the 384 right there. Whoa. 484. 496. Oh my god. I think this is great over here. This 496 right there. I'm willing to go with that. I did it. Okay, so now let's, that is so much fucking electricity. That is bizarro to me. That is ridiculous. Like, not in a bad way, believe me. I'm very happy with that, but still. We're gonna have this just connect down this road. It seems like the farm road that has the power lines running down it just seems right. And then it connects up and goes up to the dam. Oh, look at that dam. Now, will the water level rise behind the dam? It looks like it's trying to. Yeah, it will. Have I created an ecological nightmare for myself? Are we gonna have a hard time sucking up water now? Oh shit, look at this. Yeah, the flow rate is absolutely gutted. Power output 0. We have to build up the reservoir, I'm imagining. Sir? Oh no. It is a dam. Yeah, I know, I suppose. Should have seen that coming. 0 production right now. And we have emptied the... Oh, Jesus. We may run into some water issues here. Flooding is part of the game. I mean, like, it does have to build up the basically, it has to build up pressure, right? And then it pushes through the turbines, so there needs to be enough water behind it to actually push. Also, this is a road. Okay, good. Well, we have created some waterfront property. We have also enabled ourselves to... I have to make sure this is actually going to pull in. Water availability is going to get real sketch here pretty soon. Although, honestly, this looks like it's perfectly the same as it was before. Maybe the glut has not landed yet. Oh, shit. Nope. That went down. That's definitely shrinking. I shouldn't have said anything. The people are watching it happen. We do have more water coming in from over here, but I'm wondering if this isn't going to work because we have another river that's going to try and push into this area. Like, there's just no water here. Not operating. I mean, yes, we're just going to have to, let this flood all the way back, clearly, to the edge of the map. It's just interesting to me that it's not working yet. If I've done it wrong, I will release the dam, and then I'll flood my neighborhood. Believe me, I'll do it. I'm not worried about that. That is so much electricity. Yeah, the river is flowing backwards now. Is this even providing water? Operating normally. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad that you're able to operate normally. You're doing a great job. I'm proud of you. Now, we've made the river flow in reverse. It takes a bit to update, okay. So I don't need to be worried about it. It will turn on eventually. Yeah, water availability is a little bit sketched there. This guy probably needs to be moved further onto this side, but I really don't like it over here. You know what? We probably could do a water intake down here. This is probably where I'd move it. Somewhere that the ugly people don't have to care. That the pretty people don't have to look at it, I think is a better way to say it. Let's do this, though the intake isn't really strong there. That just ruins the view. We're just going to do water towers, y'all. I think we just end up doing water towers. I think they're so cute for the rural. I think they do just a great job of helping us see that, yeah, no, we definitely, I don't want to put it that close to the pollution, but yeah. Definitely like the idea of there being one there. Whoa, we got some office space. Whoa, nice for Apollo Square. It's getting there, dude. I think a water tower in the park? Yo, could that be cute? Could it be cute to have a water tower there? I think a water tower over here would make sense. This is a great spot for water. Well, you can't access it, but still. I think this is a decent spot for a water tower. Let's put one there. It's producing enough water that we don't need the pump anymore. Get rid of the pump, yeah. I don't want to fuck with the actual water supply is the thing, you know? I want to be able to have... I don't want to fuck with the water supply. I feel like that's fine. You just have that little water tower down there. I think that's okay. Seems like it might be filling in a little bit, at least balancing out. There might be some honest-to-God requirement for a quay wall. We might need to build a levee to stop this from flooding too much. I mean, aesthetically, I think it would work very well. Yeah, I can't wait to see this baby come alive and give us unlimited electricity. It'll take time. We'll get there. We're doing all right over here, though. No real issues except that they don't have highly educated workers. We don't have any universities in here, so it is what it is. Though it's nice to see some of this high-density residential's coming together. Look at this. This is just going to be unbelievable once we get it in there. Once that all comes together, this is going to really feel like a city. I just now realized, look at these high-rise commercial buildings. Holy fuck. Oh my god, dude. My boner. Oh, that's great. We're going to have death issues, I think, again soon. But man, I'm pushing as hard as I can to get up to that 12,000. We're so close. We have plenty more residential to fill in, too. I've got no questions that we're going to do it. We have demand for commercial as well. I'm wondering if we do some more dense commercial around here. Oh, come on, man. Because if we do that... yeah, we do some more dense commercial, it could be there. Does the dam need employees, thus roads connected? You know what? I think you might be right. I didn't even consider that. I see that there's the road there. It does not list needing employees or visitors. But I think it would be wise. I think it'd be ignorant not to build a road access through the highway. Just build a... Dude, June, I'm going to build a roundabout just for you. Great suggestion there. Thank you, Kitson. Okay, let's do this. Let's go like 3 units that way. No, I meant to do this. We're going to give it a kind of a girthy roundabout. Let's have you go all the way down here. And then we're going to have you go out one whole unit. It's going to be a girthy roundabout because I cannot be asked to count. Here we go. Dam doesn't need roads for people for it to work. I believe you. However, I like the idea that we would build a road to it. And we'll do our first proper roundabout. And then we'll connect it to the highway. Here we go. This also might be the easiest way to get access to this island, which is meant to not be a full traffic island. I'm going to put a bridge, of course. This will become a bridge that goes across right down to there. And then we have a road that does that. We'll have a proper bridge that goes off the highway, although this may end up being our connection to the highway, though. A roundabout is so weirdo. This will not last long, but it will exist for a minute. So we didn't have to be pretty. We just need to function, right? I suppose that works. Probably get it to where it's not a weirdo bend. Okay, yeah, good. Cool, and then we can have this come out and do, you know, that. And then we can also have it where it comes out and it does this sort of thing. It does not like that idea. Fuck. Oh yeah, how ridiculous is that gonna be? Oh, this is bad. Oh, that's bad. That's okay. Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna have you come out and do this, and then go up a lot. Y'all, I'm full on fucking chaos mode right now. That's exactly what this is. No one is surprised. There we go. I really just want this. Oh god, are we really gonna? Okay, I guess that's what we're doing, y'all. Oh my god. It was all going so well until like this moment. This is why we don't do roundabouts, dude. This is why roundabouts are awful. Listen, it's just a man with an extremely long feather in his hat holding and hugging the highway, trying to scoop up the cars, and she's like, hold me, babies. Listen, don't worry, it's gonna be fine. Chat, this is temporary. And to guarantee that it's temporary is why we've made it so goddamn ugly. There we go. Now it's complete. It's not the roundabout's problem. It's fine. Look at them. That's right. Work can wait. You'll be there when you're ready. I feel like we all need Highway Mama to give us some sweet encouragement on our way to and from work, you know? Ultimately, this has become anti-cursed. Anyone who thinks this is cursed is just shitting on Highway Mama, and I'm gonna fight you. Do not besmirch her name. Why is everyone dying? Oh no, no. Oh, we really are kind of racing the clock to get up to have crematoriums because we have an unsustainable problem with people fucking dying for no reason. All right, let's put that in there. A little bit more high density residential to get people moving in. Where else can we do that? I mean, some high density residential through here would make some sense. Right there it would make sense. But specifically like these blocks. This would make some sense to get some there too. Maybe through here, I guess. We'll do that. I'm not gonna do residential through there though. Being up, well, you know what? Fuck it. Being up against a parking garage, great parking. It's your fault for wanting to live there. We didn't force you. I kind of like being an evil bastard in this game. Building a sweet town and then people don't realize until much too late that they should have lived anywhere else. I think that's all fine. I think if anything, we're just being honest with ourselves about the reason we even started this journey. There we go. My city will have deathways. Yeah, I'm used to that. My problem is that they're not being handled. That's my problem, is that it is this severely backed up. And I don't think it's the problem is the death wave. I think the problem is that this building is not functioning because it's emptying, because it's nearly full. This building is not functioning because it's nearly full, so it's emptying. This one's emptying as well. None of my cemeteries, none of my death care is functioning right now, which is a nightmare. We've got to make one big push to get up to 1,200, and this is my gambit to do exactly that. This is my hope, is that this will work. That this will get us to the 1,200 needed to get crematoriums, so that we don't have to worry about not being able to process the bodies as they come. Because that's the nightmare scenario that we're in. Why are we running into power issues? Do we have a power facility that's on fire, like my dam? Not operating. Feels like the water level went back down again. It just sort of relaxed. This is all flooded, but you know what? That's okay. Those trees knew what they were getting into when they were born there. This is concerning, though. We don't actually have a... Yes! Ah, sweet Jesus. Okay. We have access to new pathways, which is nice. We have access to the crematorium, which is the big one. Water treatment plant. We could get a nicer water treatment plant. Oh, no, this one still spills out into the water. Inland water treatment plant is the one I'm looking for. Metro Plaza Station. I love that idea. Did we get access to the metros? Oh, is that what that's saying? I can't fucking read. We might have already had it. Hold on. At Grand City, we get solar power plant, baseball park, waste transfer facility. Interesting. Waste processing complex. Third loan. University path. Proper university. Football stadium. Eco Advanced Inland Water Treatment Plant. Nice. I feel like we already got access to that. Let me check. Proper metro. Not monorail, metro. I feel like we might have already had access. Yeah, metro, we got it as 5,500. So now we're looking at Grand City at 15,000. I don't want to hit 15,000. I am good to rest and relax for a minute. But first, crematoriums. It's time. I think we put them near the graveyards. I think that makes a lot of sense. Have them there so that the trip is very short. If people are going to die, which they're going to do, we can't stop them as much as we try. Having the crematoriums nearby is good. I think having a nice little crematorium, you know, somewhere up in the ritzy neighborhood that doesn't have a graveyard, just have a crematorium up here, is also good. Maybe by the mail building, which needs to be moved. Let's just like shift this over and pretend it was always there, because we had excellent forethought to put this stuff down right where we want it. I think that's fine. Nobody's gonna know. You deliver a package here, we burn it. Deliver a package here, it might still get burned. We'll see. So this stuff is emptying, but we should be able to handle some bodies. We have 4 crematoriums. Hearse is in use 2 out of 7. There we go. Is this a hearse? Hearse. Let's take a look at where it's going. Should be right over here. It is. Picked up that dude. Perfect. It's going to pick up some more. That guy just got picked up. Good deal. Hey, Mama. Good to see you, man. Welcome, friends. Just like throw them in the fucking river. Why do we have crematoriums? Why burn them? That's just like greenhouse gases. Just throw them in the fucking river. Let the crocodiles get them. Like, come on. Mother Nature had the perfect body disposal system before we even existed. Why are we trying to fuck with that sweet balance that we had? Just throw them in the river. Let it be taken care of. I really don't have a great highway connection. I am working on Texas-style on-ramps. This is, you will have a main street that crosses the highway because the highways are in the middle of everything in Texas. You have a service road that is a one-way parallel to the highway going the same direction on either side. We'll build another service road on this side. That service road is the connector from highway to service road. Service road then is the connector to the city. And they're specifically connected through here. Sometimes your service road will also just have direct street connections. But this is the one parallel street that's closest to the highway. Here in Texas, they tend to not be that closely connected to, you know, inner city streets. If we would say this street might be considered a service road if we pulled the highway closer. But in this case, we would have connections going to it, probably build out more zoning to that point. But this is how we do it. An overpass connects onto the service road. Service road has the on-ramps. And it's by this that the highway is allowed to do its turning. You can get out and then get off and then do a U-turn if you need to through the overpass. I'd like to have the highway go over the street here, because that means we can have U-turns where a service road comes off, or you have the ramp come off, and then it can literally do a U-turn and get back onto the other side on both directions. I really, really like having those, because it's a U-turn that connects the two service roads around the highway. It's just really, really good. Hey, Killing Act, good to see you, man. Yeah, we still have the trolleys, the trolley buses. We don't actually have a power issue. Surely. It is all connected, it's just not... Also, I've got a dam that's theoretically working. It's just not actually doing anything. I don't know why it's not operating. I've been told to be patient, but I'm fucking panicking. So we'll see. What does the AI in this actually flow that? I don't know, dude. I just started playing the game like a week ago. I got no fucking clue. Yeah, they go the shortest route, not the fastest, which is what I had pointed out in the past that I was worried about. Someone who lives over here is not going to use that to get on. They're not going to stay on the highway for as long as possible. They're going to get off the highway as fast as possible. You know? They do go the fastest. They go to the fastest. Okay, got it. So they'll want to stay on the highway longer if they can. And if they use that logic, then this should work. Okay. Because I haven't had an issue with this so far. But this is the first time I'm actually implementing it on a city that has any population to it. Yeah, Super Donut, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to mirror what a really fucked up American Texas town might look like. Also, no more dead people. Fantastic. Cocoa has been fed. We call them crematoriums. They are just restaurants for cocoa. We've processed 110 dead last week. These are able to spill out as much as they need. Really, let's just build a conveyor belt right through that wall, right into the fire. I mean, because this is definitely going to be a great demonstration of whether they want to prefer the highway or get off the highway and into the city as soon as possible, because they're going to have the opportunity to do that immediately. We also have these districts that are turning off through traffic for anyone who is not a resident. So before, when we initially did this, they were coming off the on-ramp and they were going through here, following that road, as you would expect them to do, and then they were immediately doing this, getting on the main road. What we've got now is that they really are forcing through traffic to be on these collectors, and they're working fairly well. Did I see a light there? I think we have lights going through here. Let me check this street. This should be a priority. Every time I check priority road, it unchecks it. Yeah, these are lights. We don't want lights. Lights are a no-no. Lights are definitely probably why this has been slow through here. We want a light there because that's a connector between these two major roads. This needs to be light. That does not. We'll put a stop sign there. That needs to be a light. This does not need to be a light. These do not need to be lights. We need stop signs, though. We probably should have made this a one-way. No one actually drives there, though. Doesn't matter. We're going to pretend that they do. This is not a connector connection, so we don't need to worry about that. That needs to say this does not. This does not. This does. That doesn't. So we've got that figured out a little bit better now. Yeah, I was worried about those. Yeah, these two. This is probably a big reason that our traffic has not been ideal coming through here. It's not been perfect. These guys are getting stopped randomly in places that don't make any damn sense. We don't need the stop signs here because we don't really care about monitoring the traffic through this area that much. I'm not worried about that. This needs to be a stoplight. These do not. Uh-oh. Is this a priority road? Is that what's happening here? Oh, because it's connecting this. It thinks this is all the same road. That's what it's doing. Fuck that. Well, that will mess with some stuff. That's fine. We'll have to go back and fix that, though. As soon as I get these roads connected, you guys got to remind me to do the junctions. I always forget to do the junctions, and I'm like, why is the traffic not doing what it needs to do? That's why, idiot. Let's get these stop signs in there as well. Okay, I feel that that is effective. I feel like that is doing what it needs to do. That's going to be more efficient. That's going to let things flow through just as needed. Here we go. I have 2 parking garages, and there's still fucking parking on the street. Only 1 person parked in the garage? Come on now. I gave you a 7 fucking story garage. You need to use it. Stop parking on the street, you heathens. This is starting to feel like a proper downtown area. I mean, like, it's nice. It's good, man. Show me that Diamond Center. Yeah, this is one of the unique buildings, the department store. No one's visiting it. I don't know why, but they're not. They're only using this for U-turns. I'm so angry. But this is a commercial hub. We have a high-density commercial all surrounding it. I was putting in a park before, and then I accidentally upgraded this road, and it killed it all. So there we go. There's no tourism. Is that why? Those garage permits are pricey? It's only like... We've got it at about $10 an hour. Okay, so the issue is tourism. Okay, nothing else. The issue is tourism. So what I would need is an inner city bus district to get tourism more into the city. Things like an inner city ferry would also do that, an inner city train. More parks for attractiveness could work, but I really don't feel like... I don't feel like attractiveness is the issue necessarily. I would like to put some park assets over here. I just don't have any that are big enough. Let's take a look. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. You're a big boy. You're a bigger boy. Sorry, Chet, I mean it. I went fucking OnlyFans on you. I want one of these that is just one size smaller, man. I could put one on either side. Oh, I'm not. That's not happening. One size smaller and just on either side. I mean, yeah, there we go. We could do like a Japanese garden for the weebs. We should start planning for an airport. You think so? I think an airport down here would make some sense. We got a decent runway. You know, we could do a runway down there. To fly into the fucking buildings, that would not work. Maybe we could terraform this into an airport. We could terraform that into an airport too. This is also a really good spot. It would just fly out into nature. This actually might be the best place for an airport, but I don't have the airport DLC yet. Given the feedback though on this stream, I'm inclined to think that we're going to be streaming this game for a while, so it might be worth it. Back over $1 million dues again, by the way. Nice. We just have a lot of electricity problems. I think I'm going to build another geothermal. We have 2 geothermals over here at the farm. It's producing 80 each for 1,000 per. We've got 2 coal, which is 500 each, and producing 40. But we have to actually buy the coal as well because we're not mining it. I'm going to get rid of both of these. Yes, both get destroyed. And we're going to put down 2 geothermal power plants until we find a better solution, frankly. That's just how that's going to work. Here, I guess. This area is meant to be obnoxiously filthy and ugly. That is what it was produced here for. Also, how does anything here have electricity? That's why we have power issues. Oh, Jesus. Those 2 coal power plants were not connected to the city. You know, I fucking wish I had a brain. We're going to connect this to the full power line. I think anything going across the water needs to be used, you know, with respect to the terrain there. And then we'll use the other modded power lines, the local, like, residential power lines. These guys are really nice to connect from that point and get up to here, to the bus depot. Now we should have access to full-on power, no problems, for a long time. We could build a solar farm. Oh, there you go. I like seeing the notifications disappear. That's a satisfying feeling. Houses upgrading. You can see the city is getting taller over here. Fucking beautiful. This is, for anybody wondering, this is just a full-on scanned out view of the city. We pulled down here. This was the first area we went to. I really originally wanted to look at massive industrial, agriculture industry, fishing industry. I really wanted to go big industry, but green industry. The idea that I wanted to have as little pollution in the city as possible. I really want to focus on mass public transit as much as possible, which is why we have city district. Every city district is free public transport. Every district has its own bus route that connects it to the trolley bus that goes on those main feeder 4-lane roads that go around, which I need to update that public transport. We're going to have a metro system that connects the heart of the different downtown areas. We're going to have a metro that connects right there, probably to the heart of this area over there. Probably going to have a metro outlet right in here, I think would be good. That will then connect to a couple over here, a couple over there. So I'm going to do trolley buses is going to be over here. I'm going to do a monorail over here. I think that we're going to have a, not a zip line, but the other thing. Not a monorail. Cable car. I want a cable car between, like, over here, or maybe at this park, and then it connects over to this area. We could cable car to this instead of driving. I think that'd be beautiful. You know, maybe cable car from the edge of that over to here, whatever's going to be down here. Maybe cable car from each of these towns down to the entrance of the university. Maybe that's the only way to get there apart from ferries. Like, I really want to look, because I'm so new to the game, I really don't know how a lot of this works. So I'm just trying to do a little bit of everything in this town as opposed to focusing, but I still feel like it's nice to... have kind of a theme that you work with, or some kind of like ideological philosophy for how you're going to build your town. At this point, our sprawling city. We exist to help you, yes. So as I'm building these things, absolutely jump in, chat, help. Is fantastic. You know, if I have a question, I'm asking because I want the answer. This is not a stream where I'm like, don't backseat me. I'm gonna ban you for trying to help me. That's not gonna happen. I'll sass you if I don't like your tone. That's the only risk you run, is me being a little bitch to you for being a little bitch. I'll fire back, but that's it. You got banned? Did you? Not from my channel. What the fuck? Propaganda. Send Karzi off to the fucking gulag. He does not deserve to live in the Diamond City. Just look at that. I mean, it's just beautiful. I really like how this, we built the main 4-lane roads out to sort of divide up the city and figure out what we want to do there. And I think we've successfully negotiated the down ramping of the terracing into what is now just going to be sort of flatland, which is good. It's going to be good. I know, what is this Fallout 4? The second I said it, I was like, wait, there's already something else called Diamond City. We're not allowed to say that anymore. I think in the middle of this hustle and bustle city, having this, especially at the end of this major avenue here, I think just having that right at the end of that street is just wonderful. I wish it was bigger. I'd love to have a botanic garden area. Looks better than XQC City. Pretty much everything I do is better than XQC. Then, what, shit, really? Population booming? Though that is a very low standard from the beginning. And mods definitely can help with a lot of things. Here we go. Waste transfer facility. What does this do? Waste transfer facility uses garbage trucks to collect and temporarily store garbage. Stored waste can be picked up by waste transfer trucks from waste process. This is just like a higher version of how we're going to handle that. Waste processing complex sends out waste transfer trucks to pick up garbage from waste transfer facilities and landfill sites for further processing into energy and recycled materials. So this is a bigger recycling center. It cannot directly collect, so we would have to set up both of these things in order to get better garbage collection, which, I mean, it's looking like it could use some help. That might not be such a bad idea. Gives you free resources too? Okay. We do have 3 recycling centers. I'm not emotionally attached to them. I didn't really want to hit 15,000 necessarily. I'm kind of... We did make a big jump because we were having a massive death wave, and we're like, ah, shit, I really want to get the crematorium before the death care problem becomes, you know, city killing. Now I think we're just going to keep growing faster than I know how to keep up with. Garbage processing status is the only thing I'm worried about right now. The other vitals look fine. They're mostly behind my head, but that's okay. School availability, high school availability is kind of low. There is no university in the city. I'm starting to think that we should work on this university. Do I have green sewage option? I kind of... We have inland water treatment plants, which it's about as green as it's going to get. It's going to pollute a little bit. There is no purely clean option. I absolutely will never in my life... I will never in my life use the sewage pump into the river. Never. Just the view of the black fucking sewage sludge that goes in. No, not happening. Also, please explain dam. Why dam not working? Why no unlimited power? I'm upset. What is my next milestone anyway? Something ridiculous. 24,000, good. Access to ships. Check the water flow. Okay, I think we do that this way. There is no flow. It is flowing backwards. I put the dam here because it was going to be like, yeah, bro, 496 megawatts. Flip the dam. I thought that would make sense to do that, but the river was originally flowing in this way. It went backwards once I built it. It's trying to flow in. You see this water's coming in and flowing in? It's just that it seems like there's some kind of power balance here. What are the routes above? Is it just bypassing? Yeah, I think the water is exiting here. This is actually just reverse the flow of this river entirely. So it's not coming down here. It's just... Yeah, I think that's exactly what's happening. I need to block this off somehow. And then it will be forced to go somewhere else. That's just bizarre to me. Yeah, we'll change the flow again. Yeah, just fucking pick up Bikini Bottom and move it over. Okay, listen, I am more than happy. Make more dam, just dam everything. Just keep damming. I'm not opposed. I just feel like there's got to be a more elegant solution, right? Do I just dam every individual entrance? Because I feel like that's going to be the only solution here that doesn't cause these to interfere with each other. Is that the answer? I feel like that's the answer. Dam that, this, and this. Or just dam across there and make it a big boy. More dams might actually be the answer. Raise lamb? Dams cost money over time. Do they really? How do they cost money over time? Please explain. Raise land. Yeah, I'm wondering if we could just cut that off. Just the upkeep? Does the upkeep increase over time? Oh, you just mean in general they cost money over time. Yeah, we can afford it though. I'm not worried about that. I understand now. Sorry. I thought you meant that over time the upkeep would increase somehow. I thought that's what you were saying. I was very confused about that. I think if we just kill this river and all of the ecological damage that includes, I hate that though. I really hate that that's the solution. If you're gonna, no, I'm not gonna make flood walls. We're gonna figure this out. I have a couple opportunities here to use some of these assets that are. I'm pretty sure that's what these are. That's a wiggly boy. I feel like it's what these assets are for. Obviously, these are modded. Let's see what that does. Let's see if that does what I want it to do. I think this is the issue, and I wonder if it is actually permanently turning the water directionality around, or if it will return its flow the other way. I wish I could see it, man. It's just... We'll see. Give it time. So, those of you watching, do you believe this is a potential solution here, or am I just fucking crazy? Oh, no, the issue is not patience. I just don't know if this is going to work. I do not expect things to be an immediate solution. Okay. I'm hoping that just closing that off will have the flow go down this way and hopefully not go back around here. The only question is mechanically now, if I have reversed the flow of this river, the game doesn't care about the actual physics of river flow. After it gets off this point, it's just going to be like, okay, I'm receiving water now, and it's going to create a vacuum instead of a source, right? I don't know. The mechanics of how the game simulates the water. This feels like it is starting to return, which is good, and it may create a vacuum that draws this down as it goes through. We have no flow, which is likely the problem as to why we're not getting the dam to function. That I understand. How to get this to not flow upward? Probably blocking that off and just saying, okay, well, we don't need that coming through in order to have the dam function. I do think that it would be cool to have I think the ultimate solution is dam there, dam there, dam there. And then just, rip my city once I delete the dam. we'll just have to see. It's one of those things, so let's keep an eye on it, you know, and then figure out what happens over time. I don't even know if this is going to have any effect. This doesn't look like it's flowing particularly quickly. I also know this doesn't, you know, update immediately. We have a lot of industrial demand. That's good news. 1.5 million, what the fuck? What? So what's all this snow? Oh, this is Old Town. Yeah, yeah. Old Town is how we're stopping through traffic for the most part. The only people going in here belong here. Also, I want to show off just for a second because it's beautiful. You ready? God, it's nice every time I look at it. We did Old Town on the districts themselves. Then we made our main connector road not part of any of the districts, which means that it's complete laissez-faire. Whoever wants to use that road can. I don't care. But inside here, traffic is controlled. Oh, it's just fucking beautiful, dude. Oh. It's just nice. It's just nice. I do think that the upgraded garbage collection system is going to work. I think it would be fewer trucks on the road overall, because we have 15 here, 15 there, 15 there. I don't think all 45 are ever going to actually be used. But the idea that we can have fewer trucks, bringing them to a centralized facility that's still here. I mean, I still think that we're going to use this area for that. I think that could be good. I don't know how to, we just need, we just probably need more warehouses. More and bigger warehouses, I think, is the answer to this. Let me just try and solve the problem. We have a large warehouse here compared to the small. This is 3 times as large. How many trucks? Twice as many trucks for 3 times as much capacity. I almost want more trucks. This is per upkeep. This is double the upkeep for double the trucks, so that's equivalent. Yeah, I could terraform that ocean, that river. I think that's going to be the answer. If that wall doesn't work, I'm going to end up just terraforming it. Build up my own little beaver dam. This is only slightly more expensive and comes with 50% increase more trucks. The medium warehouse, I think, is the best value per truck. This is 20. It's it being 50% is more expensive for only 35% more trucks. It's ridiculous. The large warehouse is the most valuable. Upkeep per truck, though, is my concern. Upkeep per truck. Because my thing is that I need more trucks to be able to ship this stuff out. So question, I don't know if I have access to ferries for freight. Do I have a freight ferry yard? Ferry pier, ferry stop. Because I think, yeah, this is the stuff. Oh, it's at 24,000. Fuck, cargo harbor is definitely what I need. I want a cargo harbor. Well, not here. Cargo harbor down here, but be able to get that ferried from there to the cargo harbor and then send it on its way is really what I want. Enjoy your timber born there, June. Appreciate you hanging out, man. This is a little concerning. This is meant to be a light. Is this not a light? Hold on. It is. It feels bizarrely like the light is not doing anything here. I suppose this is a problem because we have another junction that is so close to this entrance. I'm wondering if these roads need to be pulled back and made cul-de-sacs. Having a second junction this close to this intersection is absolutely having an impact on its ability to function. I mean, I think that's a nightmare. I know it's a nightmare. We're watching it be a nightmare. It's only bad because of this incoming traffic, but even then, I don't think it's that bad necessarily. No, I know you'll still be here, just maybe not chatting as much. In either case, I really want to tighten this up and redo this, now that I know how I want to do it. I need to figure out a sort of set distance, and as much as the highway is not going to be a straight line, having a very specific distance I think is going to help. Because this would be a nightmare to actually have to drive down as, you know, That's way too much turning you're having to do. When you're coming off at 85, and then you're like slamming the brakes to trying to hit about 50 before you hit here, and then you're down to 30 by the time you get there. That's a lot of turning to have to do at 50. That's kind of ridiculous along there, but this does seem to be working. It's handling the traffic flow that wants to come to this end of the city. It's the only other connection to the highway that we have, apart from this guy. I mean, technically we have this, but it didn't go anywhere. But the highway mama loves you, no matter what. No matter where you're going or where you're coming from, highway mama wants you to know that she appreciates you. There we go. Look at all of this business. This is all corporate office space. It sounds like a hellhole. It is a hellhole, but you know what? It does its job. I'm gonna turn this bad boy on. Oops. I'm gonna turn this bad boy on. It costs $400 a week. It's gonna be an option for tourism to bring them up to the offices district. It's also increasing the value here, so these buildings are gonna start upgrading again. Oh, nice. I think some additional parks would be good, but I put this Statue of Wealth here really as a beacon of corporate ability. I want to see our corporations absolutely max themselves out. Turn it on, yeah. It was off because when I placed it, it was too expensive and we didn't have anything up there to utilize it, but now it's time. Now is the time. More upgrades, more fires, everything you'd expect in our city. Beautiful. I love these giant high-rises. Mega shopping center, hell yeah. Dale District, excuse me? This is going to be the Suckfuck commercial hub. That's what this is. Then we got Suckfuck. Really, this probably should be Suckfuck Square, but you know, it's fine. As good as it is. How many workers we got? 564 out of 650 there. We probably could expand this a little bit more. You see binging today? I didn't mean to accidentally, but here we are. Didn't mean to. There have been like 4 distinct moments where I'm like, okay, ending stream here, and then I fucking can't stop myself. I still want to make this park. I want to get the service road figured out more. I know that this highway, we're probably going to end up just shifting the highway pretty significantly. We did quite a bit of terraforming to get the road raised. This whole area got raised. Fill in the terraforming that we wanted to do to make this terraced. Blend it in nicely to what the original hill was. We got the hill smoothed out where it's going to connect to this boy now, and then we end up just really needing to feather this guy down. Which honestly, let's go ahead and do that while we're sitting here waiting. It's not that we don't have anything else to do, but, you know. Just push that back. Let it naturalize a little bit. Let it naturalize a little bit. And just like that, you will never be able to tell that we came in and did like some hardcore terraforming. It looks like we just leveled out some of the hilly areas and built a neighborhood into it. We did some proper terracing. I do think that we'll obviously have some fencing along here. I think even just along this. I feel like I'd be silly not to utilize this space down here, but really I just want to have the fence up here to tell the poor people not to do anything with it. You're not allowed to look up there. This isn't for you. Putting some hedges up there I think would be good. Our orphanage is doing great. It hasn't even burned down yet, which to me is shocking. The fact that someone is allowed to park there is insane to me. Get the fuck out of here, Charles Dickinson. The fact that someone can park on this road at all, like I hate the fact that people can park here. Good morning, Shack Attack. How you doing, dude? Good to see you, man. The park is getting up there, 3,300. This park was only ever meant to maybe get 2-star because I wanted the piers. Electricity looks good, but it's still not coming in here. Let's see if this has made any difference on the flow. Still flowing up that way, still coming around. Doesn't look like this has done anything, so let's go ahead and get rid of this. I was going to say I'm gonna move it, that's why. Okay, so that's a cute idea, but it doesn't function. Here's what's going to happen now. We're going to terraform. We're going to get a very, very small brush. We're going to pull this across. I hate to do this, but we're just going to pretend that this is, you know, this is how you build a wall. Your little seawall. We want to try and stop that from flowing through, and then whatever happens after that point happens, you know. Just want to see what happens. This should turn around. It should just become a doldrum that gets bypassed. So these guys merge, creates more pressure here. More pressure in this direction. Hopefully we'll stop it from turning. I will block it off entirely if I have to. This gets so much pressure going through there because it gets tight. Looks like we do get updates. I mean, it did have an immediate reaction to this, which is nice. It's definitely feeling better through here. We've got the tiniest bit of momentum through here. This has no momentum at all. We have just stopped this river. It is a reservoir now. There is no flow at all. I feel like the more that we do this, the more it is just going to stop this from ever having river flow. This entire river has been deleted. This is now just a reservoir. Which you would think the differential of why don't we just open the dam? Let the water come through. The pressure differential from these two sides is how it functions. As far as I understand it, it's a pressure differential. You don't need this to flow necessarily. The flowing is a result of the exchange of pressure. And that pressure pushes the turbines that causes the electricity to generate. Like, listen, I'm no engineer, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And if it is, then we don't need the water to flow. We need it to be there. The flow is just the result of that pressure exchange. That's okay, though. Dude, $2.2 million. I don't know what to do with myself. There's so much money. I've not had that amount of money before in this game. Yeah. It's possible that we see a water level difference on the other side, depending on how this gets handled. I really feel like cutting that off is probably the only real solution here. Cutting this off is probably the place to do it. I'm curious what would happen once we cut that off. I wonder if it's going to have that same issue where it's going to try and go out there as well. Man, messing around with the water physics so far has been kind of a nightmare. Let's see what we could do if we cut this off. I don't think it's going to have a profound effect just cutting that side off. It's not really going to change the fact that this is pulling water up here. Oh, it does not like that. Yeah, this whole river can dry up. I don't care. We'll flood it again later. It'll be fine. But for now, I really want to see how this is going to impact things. It's going to fill this up, then it's going to push back. That pressure causes a wave, which is going to get to this point. The question is whether it's going to fully go up that way or if it's going to transition to both. It's going to try and push down this way as well, which would create some momentum, and maybe that will reset the direction. The water is coming in and has nowhere to go but the dam. I mean, I'm happy to get rid of the dam and just flood my city and, you know, die. I'm okay with that. Because at least the river won't beat me. I love that the hospital is no longer the highest building here. That's great. Also, how fucking cursed is this? That dude just walked off it, too. Interesting. A little bit of terraforming down there, not bad. We could add some pedestrian walkways, too. I really want to get these to be tree-lined streets. Turn off the parking. Maybe add some parking garages to facilitate, but I don't know if that actually does what I think it does. I think this is literally just tourism. I don't know. Tourism or recreation in the same way that a park is. It's just, you know, weird. It's okay, though. I need to fix all this over here because we have a lot of tearing because we had to push that over there. Like, I just want to cover it in bushes and trees. I didn't want to expand this road. This really does need to be pushed back, but it just the cascading issues that we'd have trying to fix that. Actual nightmare. Getting this lined with trees, too, would be nice. It's not the highway, but it still is going to be a noisy road. Especially with old people living here. I feel like I'd want to give them, you know, I feel like I'd want to give them a nice environment to live and die in. It's kind of what that building is there for. Your farm makes $23,500. Oh, it's probably double what mine is. I'd have to see once we get a sale, you know, but I don't feel like it's a sale all at the same time. 1,800 upkeep, and it looks like we're making a fairly consistent profit. Man, we're getting close to level 4. We're at level 4, so getting close to level 5. That'd be incredible once we hit it. Aperture Island finally reached the next one. Lookout towers, camping sites, lean-to shelters. Oh, look at that. I don't know how it took us so long to do it. Visitors this week, 1. Fuck. Go into budget? Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I can do that. I know what you're talking about. I think I did that before. And increase the budget for your industry sector. And then it just also increases their profits proportionally. Oh, but you're also talking to look at it here. Income. 2,200 there, but I don't... Is that the actual industry? Yours is making 25,000? I feel like this is not accurate, though. I feel like that's not accurate. I feel like it just... Because we could bump this up and increase the profits there, I'm sure, as well. I would love to see past, you know, 6 weeks performance, something like that, you know, past 10 weeks performance. I feel like I'd have a better understanding of how these things are actually outputting their money. The fact that you cannot read the income and the expenses accurately over time, you do not have a working average. You have a, well, looks like we're spending $2,000 a week for fucking nothing. All of a sudden, we just made $800,000. You know, like that does... Feels like that doesn't help anybody. I don't have any information from that. I can't build around that. What the fuck, you know? If it ends up being 6,000 income a week, then I know I've got 6,000 income a week. That's a useful unit of measure. I mean, I just got a plus 23,000 tick right down there. That's not bad. I think upgrading garbage collection is going to be good because we're kind of getting close to that being an issue. Let's see. Apollo Square working out very well. We don't have a university yet, but I think that's okay. This will be the highway, or not the highway, this will be the road that eventually connects over and becomes a bridge right across there. I'm thinking that it's time to do that, but man, I'm telling you, if this doesn't start working here fairly soon, I don't know why making a dam has been such a nightmare. Maybe it's because this is a river that has multiple inlets and then that just created all the problems because we're starting to see no flow at all. It's trying to flow up here again. Okay, so this is the issue. It's trying to flow. We just need one river. I think rather than having the one dam here, I think that we actually go for broke. How bad is it if I just let this water loose? How bad will that be? Asking for a friend city. All right, let's go ahead and let this get back to normal. I'm not concerned with continuing this experiment over here. Let the water flow. Let there be life. Quick save? Ah, no, I'm not a pussy. Whatever we're gonna do, we're gonna do. Let's take a look at the water flow now that we've opened that up. I'm sure it's going to be exactly what we thought it was. Do it. I think that what we've discovered here is that if your river has multiple connections outside the city, then you need to dam all of them. Like this, dam this. Oh my God, see this is one. This is, see, even then, that's a source. That might be I think that's a source. This isn't a source. So dam here, dam there, and it should be fine. Dam here might work, actually. Just dam this would be incredible. Just right across here. Whoop. Build a bridge right on top of it. I'd like the dam to have a higher level road on it. That would be nice. Toll roads, eh? More bridges. Nicer bridges. Small bridge, though. It's a small boy. One dam is feasible in IRL. Yeah, I mean, like, this should make sense. I don't see why this wouldn't, because the problem is a pressure differential. It's not about the flow. The flow is a result of it functioning. It's not the other way around. These rivers were just straight up reversed. The flow of these rivers reversed. That's some bullshit. There should be something up there that's like, wait, no, 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 water going wrong way, send it back. It's just doing what it was when we first had the dam functioning. I think we gotta blow it up. All right. Our own homegrown tsunami. This is fine. Ah, we're good. It's not even gonna kill anybody. This reminds me of that scene from The Mummy. Just bear with me. You're on the pier. You're having a good day. Yeah, this dam has been a misery since it was introduced. This thing used to be right above the water. You could bring a jet ski down and enjoy yourself. Better safe than sorry? Oh, I agree. These people are fucking dead, but they don't need to warn them. If we warn them, then there will be people panicking. Then I'll have to pay for shit. Nope. Much easier to just let them not know what's about to hit them. Maybe at about this point, they may be seeing that something's kind of wrong. They didn't expect us to be able to just delete a dam out of existence instantaneously. Like, that's asking a lot. But like, here comes the water. It's time for, here come the fish. It's time for the fishing in the water. Time for us to have some jet ski action. Here it comes. Gently. Not quite so gentle now. Hold on now. That's a lot of water, sir. Oh no. Oh God. It's okay. It's okay. Run, you fucking fly, you fools. It's okay. It's not even underwater anymore. Dude, it's okay. We're back to normal, like 300-mile-an-hour fucking waters. It's all good. Everything is back to normal, except this river still is flowing the wrong fucking way. Angry. But these are back to normal, which is all that matters. I do think that one big-ass dam right there will work. Frankly, having a dam at the bottom of the exchange as well could work. Like, having a dam down here might not be a terrible thing. Let's just try and add a dam here and see what happens. Fuck it, why not? What's it gonna do? Kill us? We did spend a lot of money on that dam, but it's also not my fault that it failed. Right there, let's try this. Only 400 megawatt, hold on now. 448, 464. Love the idea that we could build a bridge off this dam. 464 is good. Let's try this. Not producing. What is the deal? Okay, hold on. Okay, we need to get power across here, so let's do that. That doesn't make any damn sense, but understand, this is temporary and for science. Once we're done with the science, we'll put it back. I love that it's called the right way. Flooding that island, my favorite. We obviously can't have any ferry connections if we put a dam in here. Oh, Jesus, this is like some Noah's Ark bullshit. There is no water coming through again. I'm getting to the point that I don't want a dam anymore. I think I'm okay with there being no such thing as a dam in this game. It's just going to reverse the flow over here. Oh, no. Oh, we're so sad. I feel like before we even commit to this garbage, I'm not willing to even... Oh, Jesus. Solar and nuclear is better anyway? Okay, I liked the visual of having a dam, you know? That's fine. Make solar? Yeah. I think we'll end up making solar. Oh, no. No, it's fine. Don't worry. It's okay. We've done one of these. Like, we know how to handle ourselves now. This park was made to withstand tsunamis. And withstand tsunamis, it will. Okay? You have to have a little bit of faith. Killing. Have it there and turn it off? Well, yeah, we could do that. That's an answer. Little kid at the park is going to get washed away? No, it's going to be fine. You know what? Down here might actually be getting the dick. No, it's actually fine. Totally fine. No damage down here, sir. The water level is, like, noticeably lower, though, which is unfortunate. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Oh, no. There's a little bit of flooding. It's okay. Anybody down here? Any trapped souls? Not anymore. They're in fucking Kentucky by this point. They've either got gills or they're fucking dead. Just move on, Jim. Little Kid Park is going to be fine. Little Kid Park has been through worse. It's survived to actual little kids. I think it's going to be okay. It's also at the kind of the peak of this little hill here. And it has a breakwater right in front of it. If anything, the people standing here getting a nice view of the bridge are fucking dead. But everyone else is okay. Yeah, we're good. Well, I've practiced with dams and found that they're shit. So rather than ever do that again, it probably, you know, I think it probably works like a dream if it is just one river through the map. But this? No. Solar fields are nice. I definitely like the idea of putting these in areas like, I don't want to put them around residential, but man, I honestly love the idea of putting it in a park. Or obviously putting it all over the place down here. Because really that's what this area is for, is being ugly as fuck. It produces 160 megawatts too. What's the upkeep? 1200? What's the upkeep here? 1000 for only 80. This is double. Output, wait, hold, output is 112 to 160. So at night it puts out 112. So it really only has 112. Or is it that its position probably near other buildings or other trees is going to give you a difference there? So walk me through solar, because for the most part I don't see any electric capacitors with which to hold the charge through the night, you know? Whoa, this is strong too. Why not just one of these? It's 2200, but it's 240 megawatts. Yeah, it's more expensive than this. We don't have access to nuclear either until 34,000. I don't expect that to happen anytime soon. Maybe even not at all. Builds up in the morning and saves up for night. Okay, so that is a fair output of what we should expect to have. I think having two of these will solve our electricity problem. So maybe just make an area that is a solar farm. It has a battery built in. Okay, it's one of the first games I've ever seen that has a solar power option that then also cares for its own solar production through the night. You know, I think it's beautiful. Oof. If you don't look at it too hard. I think we still probably get rid of these, to be honest. This is two geothermal plants. We have 2 geothermal over there, 2 geothermal over here. I think we can afford to keep these guys on and have just a fuckload of electricity. I think we could even take the 2 geothermals out of the farmland, but I kind of like them there. You think updraft killing? the amount of power we receive for the upkeep is not as good, you know, numerically. I think thematically, it'd be good. Oh, 240 for 2,200 a week. This is 1,200, so it's about double the upkeep, but it only gives 240. So it's not, it would have to be 320. 320, and this would be an obvious yes. It's not 320, therefore it's not an obvious yes. Yeah, the sunshine intensity is 100% over here. I don't know, maybe it could go down if there's like foggy weather or something like that if it starts raining, but I have dynamic weather turned off. Mostly because it just doesn't look good. Thematically, I like it. It just doesn't really look good. Also, are these low? These are still low density commercial. Oh. I guess that's fine. It's really not, though. I want this inner ring to definitely be high density. It's marked as high density, but these businesses did not fail. Oh my, oh Jesus, that's some problem. You don't fix that. That's not something you fix. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that. Save the 14 children. There we go. The 14 children might, they might not be going to school on Monday. Guess they wish they had a flood now, huh? Wow. I think our electricity is solved basically forever. I'm not worried about pumping out of the river either. I'm just, you're okay. Just figure out what direction you want your draft to go in. I think I'm fine never touching a dam again on this map. It just seems like the water physics are not built for multiple riverways going through. Okay, yeah, man, we're making $13,000 right now, $14,000 as we're selling stuff. I mean, this is just incredible. It's staying full. I've got to find a way to get this freight moved out of here. The warehouse doesn't have to be here. If I made a bridge across, or if I finished this bridge across, I got my train line run up here, I could do a freight train. I think that's the only way I'm gonna get this freight moved. I think it's the only way that that's gonna happen. Well, that's what I'm saying, June, is I think that the multiple rivers are causing a water flow issue. Because rather than being forced through the dam, it just goes, okay, I guess I'll do this then. And that's what it's doing, you know? It's a fucking nightmare. Let me grab my, hold on, let me get my 4-lane. We're gonna build a nice little bridgey bridge. This bridge is not pretty. Why is this bridge so not pretty compared to the others? Can I change the way this looks? That's not ugly, it's just not pretty. You know? I think that counts for something. Hold on, can I upgrade this? Oh, I see, okay. We'd have to build it like this in order to upgrade it. Or maybe this is just fucked up somehow. Maybe this just fucked up somehow. Hold on. Goodbye. I hope nobody was on that bridge. That'd be awkward. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Probably can take this as a straightaway. Halfway across, but I also like the idea that we could turn our bridge. Seems like oh, it has to be straight, that's why. Okay. Well, let's just cancel that bit of fun that we were gonna have. And instead, do what the game wants us to do. I don't think that's bad, but I definitely think this is the better angle to come in on. Let's do that. Use move it. Yeah, probably do that. Let me see if we can actually use move it to curve this bridge now. Ooh, it's just going to be that segment. That's going to be a nightmare. That's not going to happen. I just wanted to have the arches up there. Because now we've got this beautiful little Now we got this little beautiful thing. Let's have this go straight for a bit. Just so we have a nice place to make some connections. Let's think about how we want this to go around. This is a great opportunity for a straight angle here. Get a little bit of straightness in there. You don't have to like it, we just have to do it, you know? And then, you know, maybe we'll think about having this lane go up here and then not actually try to connect to the outside world. Because that's too much to ask. I do have move it, yeah. This is the bridge I was looking for. And I also want to have a bridge that comes across here now and does this. We could finally get a connection because I want to have this bridge come down, connect across there, build that road. And then have the train line go across here. Probably not through the city. I think we're going to have this just sort of offshoot. Because I want to get the train line to come along here. Have a train freight depot. Have this bridge across as well. Just to be able to get the stuff to the freight. Yeah, we do have a content creator pack bridge, I'm pretty sure. But these bridges are not... They're not the full lane that I'm looking for. They're usually like one lane, or they're... I think this is a train, and this is one lane. This one is 4 lane. Oh, this one works. That's not bad, it's just not pretty, you know? This one's also 4 lane. This one's not bad, though. I like this one. It's a little bit more decorative than that other one is. This is also 4 lane, but it's so bare bones. I probably need to get more bridges. Replace these with nicer bridges, because I feel like I'm just using these because that's all I got. That's fine, though. We got that line put down, which is good. Here we go. I think we can get rid of the suckfuck fisheries. I think these guys also might need to be brought a little further up. That, or we need to put in a breakwater. I think there's still just some back and forth as it's trying to get back to sort of the even flow that it had before. It's trying to figure that out again. Because this isn't meant to be so fucking dystopian. This is also much higher than it was before. I think a breakwater could do a lot of good. Let's see how realistic that would be. I mean, we could just build it out. Hold on, let me just try giving ourselves a little breakwater. Put that there. Strength of like this. And then pull, well, hold on. I just want there to be some kind of deterrent here. Let me do this. Let's get a brush size very small. Not quite that much, but I just want to create sort of this little shelter where the water's going to have to go around if it wants to get anywhere. Very weak. Very weak. Feather this out just a little bit. We don't want that to be truly above the surface necessarily. Not yet. We want to at least build it up. I think this is a good brush to use, actually. This allows us to just sort of pull things out, which is nice. Feels much better than just sort of the raise tool. We want this to be an area that doesn't get a lot of pressure, and that's kind of what we're building here. Just a natural little Florida just for ourselves. We could even put some rocks in there. I think that would work really well. Sand. I really do like the idea of putting sand down here, but it also doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's put some rocky rocks over here. Maybe even some bigger rocks that are gonna... It's not really used anywhere else, but I think that this is a good opportunity for us to put some rocks down that would help us show how we're breaking the water here. You know, something like this. I think this boy's kind of cute. There we go. See, I think that's enough to help us make this feel like the water's... The river, it does not care! It concerns itself not! Your breakwater ain't doing shit. It is actually working out pretty well here. But it seems like... There was just some big fucking tsunami that came through there. out of nowhere. I think I'm gonna blame the bro. Jesus Christ! I mean, the water is less turbulent as it comes around, but it is still fucking flooding us. This stuff was fine before. It never really went underwater, but all of a sudden, it's all over it. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let me see topographical information. I want to see a topography map here. Hold on. Where even is the topography? There we go. Oh. Hello? Oh, what am I even doing here? Not pulling a ramp. We're going to do this. Pull us out. It needs to, honest to God, be a little bit higher. We'll see. Use move it to elevate the paths. No. No, I know. I know that I can. That is the obvious solution. What I'm trying to do is a more creative solution. I think all I'm doing is increasing the pressure of this as it flows through and then shooting out and then sucking back into this hole. I don't think I'm actually helping anything here. I might need to actually go and try and strategically widen this area a little bit. That may be what I need to do. Because we get these waves where it's fine and then it comes in and it just swells everything. I'm fine with experimenting, man. It really doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to work the first time. This is where we learn. Okay, that's where we're creating a swell. It's not actually swelling there. I do want to have an opportunity, though, to kind of get this pulled out, make this a little bit more natural. I think regardless, I like this feature here. We're just going to take the opportunity to make it feel like it blends in a little bit more naturally. Hold on. Get that edge pulled down. Get that mixed up. There we go. Turn that off and that ends up feeling really nice. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to raise it up. This is not going to be negotiable any longer. There we go. Yeah, I think we might have broken some of the natural water sources by damming up. Because what's really interesting is, like, this doesn't flow anymore. If we take a look at this. This is now starting to correct itself. This is now flowing very strongly through here. And it's coming back around here. I think this is creating a sort of jet stream situation where this is very weak, but it's still, the water level is higher than it was. Almost certainly. Like, yeah. The water level is just straight up higher than it was before. I'm fairly confident because we had more of that rock exposed. Like this is starting to look a little perilous. The entire sea level seems to have raised in fucking around and causing tsunamis. I feel like it will eventually figure itself out. Yeah, because see, this wasn't flooded before. That's interesting how that works. Yeah, we will have to just adjust this. It's a shame. This was cute, but listen, we just had a global warming arc in our very own town. So now we get to enjoy the fruits of Jeff Bezos' labor. You put that right there. It's probably still gonna flood. We're gonna experiment though. Not committing. I don't know how the higher level water started. I have no idea how we got to this point. Completely honest, I have no clue. This is just the thing that's gonna happen now, like seasonal flooding. Severe seasonal flooding. Oh, you know what? That's a cute aesthetic. We're gonna do that. I think that's a cute aesthetic. We'll just do it that way. We get a little bit of that height that we're looking for. You know, clearly we built up that little edge to be able to do that. Somehow I messed up the water sources somewhere. I'm not even sure how I did it. I just tried building some dams, dude. I didn't even try that hard. I just threw some shit together and here we are. Global fucking warming. I'm gonna blame chat though. Always blame chat. It just makes sense. Chat is to blame for everything, but we're gonna be able to figure this out. We got some low water areas and that's cute. I might fence them because clearly they're dangerous. Now, you can't even be mad at me killing. All you do, here's what you do. You just go, Mico. You're not even providing solutions. And when you are, I'm ignoring them. Let's do this. I definitely don't want the height of that flood to come up here. Let's do this. Maybe lower it a tiny bit so it fits that a little bit better. You know, I think that honestly looks even better than it did before. I still like the idea of this quiet little section in here. I think this is cute. There you go. You told me to build the dam? Yeah, blame June! Everyone grab him, throw him in the river. There we go. I am totally ignorant to your ideas, dude. I would never even consider any of your ideas. Why would I ever want to consider any of your ideas? It's a nonsensical consideration that I would even think of any of your ideas. I know the water is moving so fast. Look at him, he's gonna flip his fucking van. Oh my god. Town is cute though, we just need a whole lot more landscaping. Oh, he thought he was going somewhere. No. You do have to charge additional fare if you bring on large items, including skateboard, children, yourself. That beetle was rolling the dice there. I think, honestly, we could do that with sort of a Noah's Ark situation where we get a bunch of tourists into the city and then we raise the sea level to a point where there's no other way out. We just need a bunch of people dedicated and some shovels. And I think we'd be able to dig out a trench big enough to be able to, like, sever ourselves off from the rest of the population. Demon Child just entered the trolley bus. Imagine parking on this road and thinking you're not going to get sideswiped. You will not have side mirrors when you get back to your car. I like the chimneys. I thought I had a mod for American road signs. Maybe I don't. This is one of my favorite areas where you go under this bridge, and it's part of its route too. There we go. Get the fuck on! We're trying to take a tour of our city here. Here we go. Demon Child has left the bus. Hopefully we don't turn left. I have a feeling we might turn left. Come on, chop chop, it's time to go. Don't turn left. Oh. But that's not bad. Look at that. That looks nice. This is a nightmare of an intersection. That would give me anxiety having to drive through. I think I've said that every time we've come through there, though. Not bad. Ah, oh, giant dog. Nice. Don't you do it! He ran over that dog. Get that license plate. Chat. Enhance. Where's this fucker going? He's dead to me. Are we happy with trolley buses? Yeah, I'm happy with them. I like the way that they're working. The people are using them as well, which is nice. We had for a minute there, not quite twice as many, but we had more people on the trolley bus than on the regular bus there for a while, and I could make the regular bus more expensive or less coverage, get less coverage to fix that as well. I need to finish the red line to finish the rest of Coco Terrace. The blue Apollo Heights line needs to be finished as well. Suckfuck Square needs to be finished. I really just need to work on public transit, continue working on that. Yeah. We'll have to see. There's so much that needs to... I know I need to add an extension. I know. Part of the reason I haven't done it yet is that I didn't have that done until just now. Like, I don't have this on a full circuit yet. I can't do this one either. I want to do all four at the same time. I can't yet, though. Yeah. To service to other people. I know, I have a line that's going around here right now, and that's what it's really going for. I feel like trolley bus probably could make a massive single circuit around the entire city if we wanted to, but I don't know. In any case, chat, I'm fucking exhausted. It's almost 3. I've been streaming for 9 hours. That's fine. Anyway.